All right, so I'm gonna start working on my Shovelhead. Man, I've been riding it like this. Basically a stock bike. You know, I threw 8 over wide glide tubes on there, some handlebars, and made a little sissy bar for it, a little king and queen, so my wife doesn't fall off the back. And it's a good little bike, man. It's a really clean motor, runs great, and you know, I just want to take it apart and build like a really cool chopper out of it. And I've had this hardtail frame for, man, probably like 2 years. That's just been sitting around, and I made a video about it like years ago, and like the welding on it was really sketchy. Ended up just cutting the backbone and the down tubes out of it, and because the neck and all that kind of stuff, it just had a lot of popcorn welding on it. So I'm basically gonna be rebuilding the frame, or at least 50% of a frame from scratch. So we're gonna get started on that. And but I'll show you guys what I cut off before, so you guys get an idea of how sketchy it looked. Yeah, look at this sketchy thing. So, I mean, the neck and all that stuff, you know, probably okay, but the fact that it's been repaired so many times, like look at the tubes going in there. You know, that's all like a Harbor Freight popcorn welding, and, you know, it's just not something I want to go down the road on. And you can see the type of welds on there, just really bad, and not something I want to risk. Give you guys a little bit better shot. Look in there. There's just, you know, random pieces of metal welded in there and all that kind of stuff. So it's just going to be too much work to try to save this neck. I'm not going to worry about it, so I'm going to build a new one. So went down to the local steel yard and got 2-inch. I'm gonna run a 2-inch 120 wall DOM for the neck, and I got brand new neck cups right here, and I'm basically gonna just make my own neck. And this is a 1.5 inches. That's gonna be my new backbone. And here's the frame. So I've already cut the down tubes, like I said. Got the backbone out of it, so it's pretty much chopped up. I mean, I'm gonna probably do something cool. I'm gonna do like some lightning bolts, and probably extend the backbone, give it a little bit more angle, and a 45. Do maybe some twists and stuff like that in there too, just to make it look cool. And because I got an original Donnie Smith Springer, so I'll show you guys that here in a second, and we'll get going on making this neck for the bike. And yeah, so we're gonna check out this front end. And man, I've had this front end for probably, you know, almost going on 5 years now. I got a killer deal on it for a guy that just had it sitting around and never did anything with it. And you know, he bought it back in the day, and this was probably made in like, you know, 70s, maybe early 80s or something like that, but maybe even earlier. You know, I'm not quite sure. And but it's definitely a Smith Bros and Fetro front end, so it's a Donnie Smith Springer, so I'm really excited to have it. And this is going to be the perfect project for it. And let's check it out. Look at this bad boy. Now we're talking. They just don't make them like that like they used to, man. And I believe this one right here, I mean, this is an 18 over Springer, so this is a long front end. And I mean, that's original chrome, guys. You know, there's a little bit of pitting and stuff like that on the springs, but I mean, I might swap them out. I might do that. But other than that, man, I'm really happy to have this. This is a really nice piece of chopper history. And yeah, you just don't find stuff like this, you know, for a good price. It might be out there, but you know, like I said, I got a killer deal on it, and I've been hanging on to it for a long time, like I said. And but man, this is gonna look really good on this bike. You know, twisted front end like that. You know, obviously I want to do some cool custom stuff to the down tubes and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it's gonna have you know, this 1979 Shovelhead motor in there. It's got an upgraded cam in it and all that kind of stuff, so it runs good. I might switch out the rotary to a ratchet top. I might do a jockey shift setup on this thing. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this project. And yeah, so let's get started on measuring the neck that I got to make for this thing, and we'll start welding. All right, so we got this cut. It's a perfect fit, but as you can see, it's really loose because the pipe's too big. So I'm gonna make something in CAD so we can sleeve it so it'll fit the neck cups a lot better. All right, so we drew that up in CAD, and now we're gonna cut it out. All right, so here's the washers that I basically made, and so what I made these for is so that you know, they'll sit in the inside of the pipe like that, and I'll weld them in there, and then it'll keep everything centered, you know, and they'll fit in here. It's a real tight fit, but you'll see what I'm saying. So I'm gonna put that in here, and then drop that into there, and then once I smash it in, it'll be like that. It'll keep everything center, but I'm gonna bevel this a little bit and clean all the mill scale off and get it ready to weld. All right, guys, so I got this tacked together. You can see I put the little washer in there, basically using it kind of like a sleeve to keep everything centered. And then, you know, I'm gonna have to press in these neck cups, and then I'm gonna weld it up. So let's get to it. All right, look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up and pretty much be finished with making this neck for this frame. Got this thing all welded up, And I'm happy with how it turned out, you know. Looks really nice. And I think I'm just gonna wire brush it, clean it up a little bit. And yeah, this thing's ready to go to be a finished part. There's the finished product, guys. I think it turned out really good. I'm happy with this neck. And yeah, man, I'm going to get going on building this frame. And I'm going to bust out the frame jig probably in the next episode and start working on those down tubes. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And that way you're updated on all the cool videos I'm going to be making. Keep you up to date on this 79 Shovelhead chopper build. And I got some other cool work coming in next week, so we're going to be doing some exhaust stuff on a buddy's bike. And don't forget to go to JAMESCYCLESUPPLY.com, buy a hat, buy a t-shirt. Got really cool chopper parts for Harleys and stuff like that, and I also do custom orders. And hit me up on Instagram, James_cycle_supply. God bless.